you already know what it is. It's Saturday, which means it's Lit About Life Holistic Wellness with Anthony, and we're going to do a page of my mind. And if you were with us last weekend, you got the gist of it. A page of my mind. I read one page out of my journal, and we discuss it as a team, as a community of free-thinking individuals. Because we all know the goal of this channel is to feel good right now. There's a lot of chaos going on in the world, on the media, just a lot of negativity that may be going on in the world, but it's our responsibility as individuals to take 100% responsibility of ourselves, start to better ourselves, start to look within ourselves, and start to realize the potential and power that we have within ourselves. And that's going to create lasting change in the world. That's going to create real change in the world when everyone stops looking out and starts looking in. And the way we do that is through the holistic approach. So we look at the entire person. We just don't look at one person or one thing of a person. Like, we don't just look at the nutrition of a person. We don't just look at the mindset of a person. We don't just look at the environment of the person. We look at the entire person, their environment, their nutrition, but most importantly, we look at their mindset. And the page of my mind, this series, I created this series so that you guys can see and get personal with my life, see what I go through, see how I get through it, and see how I get through it not the same but 10 times better. Because if you're not growing, you're dying. So it's really important to start to have self-love with yourself, and enough self-love to start to better yourself in some type of way. So today I'm going to read a page of my journal and we will discuss it. I titled this one Self-Love. What in the world did I know about self-love in July 9th, 2014, 2 years ago? We'll see. Self-love. My understanding of self-love so far is realizing that the way you treat yourself is how others are going to treat you as well. If you're unsure, undoubtful, or talk to yourself in a negative manner, that's going to match the frequencies with everything that is aligned with unsurety, doubtfulness, and negative self-talk. So it's important to trust yourself, trust your emotions and intuitions. Give yourself self-talk of encouragement, abundance, love, self-gratitude, self-respect, self-worth, or so many more positive emotions. By doing so, you're aligning yourself with vibrations of that frequency, which means you will bring into your life people who love you for you, people who see the greatness within you, people who see your worth, people who see greatness in you by people giving and showing respect or love. So ultimately, love who you are, love the choices that you make, and most importantly, trust the choices that you make. I really like that because it's, at the end of the day, I tell myself this, at the end of the day, all I have is me, and that's all I've ever really had. You know, my family has always been there for me. I have really good friends that have always been there for me, I do. But at the end of the day, the only person who knows the details of me is me. The only person who knows my weaknesses is me. My strengths, it's me at the very, every detail. Only I have experienced everything in my life, and only you have experienced everything in your life. So I really believe that self-love is very, very, very important in achieving anything that you want to achieve in life. So it's really important to start talking to yourself in manners of love. You know, ask yourself, what would a person who loved themselves do in a situation like this? You know, when you're in a situation that is making you think of yourself in a negative way, maybe you skipped a workout or something like that. You know, be easy on yourself, but also be challenging on yourself. Love yourself and have understanding, but don't love yourself enough to better yourself. That's so important. Love yourself to analyze yourself and see, what can I improve on? And it doesn't have to be these catastrophic things where you're going to be a millionaire and you got to just improve on that. No. I'm going to improve myself by talking to myself more positively. I'm going to improve myself by, opening up and not being so shy and kind of getting out there and just building my confidence. Have enough self-love to give yourself self-talk of positive encouragement, because once you do that, your world is going to start to change. Because your dominating thoughts are what is reflecting into the world. So what you think about most of the time, that's what you're going to experience in your life, So if you're talking to yourself in a positive manner, you're going to create situations in your life where things, situations, and events are going to come into your life to make you feel positive and loved about yourself. So you got to understand that everything in the universe, everything in this world, God, whatever you want to call it, it's all for you. Everything in this life is for you. Everything in this world is for you to win. But in order to tap into that guaranteed success, that guaranteed fulfillment, you must acknowledge the fact that it's for you and that you're worthy, and that all starts with self-love. So once you start to begin to love yourself, you'll start to realize that everything is for you. Everything is working out in your favor. Everything is always wanting you to win. Everything is always wanting you to succeed and be the best that you can be, because we are literally here to thrive. We have these neural pathways I talked about in my previous videos, and they grow with the use of the neural pathway. So if you have been being fed all this negativity on the media, the news, the people around you, at work, school, you're getting fed all this negativity, these negative neural pathways are growing. So it's your job, your responsibility to shrink those neural pathways by not using them, by not thinking negative. And when a negative thought pops up, instantly switch it to a positive. And what you're doing there is you're building the positive neural pathway. So when events, situations happen in your life, your mind instantly jumps to the positive reasoning or scenario of that situation. And that takes time. The king of learning is repetition. If you want to become great at something, do it over and over and over again. That's why I've been writing in these journals for 3 years. Because I've been conditioning and training my mind. Because I went from negative neural pathways to a positive neural pathways. I'm literally training my mind to be a success machine. So when I get presented opportunities, my mind instantly jumps to my neural pathways of, I'm going to get it done. Success. I always achieve. Things are always for me. I have self-love. I'm worthy. I'm all this. So all these beautiful, beautiful things are built up in my neural pathway. That's where my mind is always going now. When it used to go to this, I'm not good enough. I can't do it. It's not in my family. It's not in my blood. That's all negative neural pathways. But none of it is true. It's all self-limitations. So you have the power to change your neural pathways to be whatever you want to be. Alright, so I'm getting excited. So that's going to be our talk today on self-love. That was my journal entry for today. I really hope that you guys were able to take something from it. Leave some comments, leave some feedback. I am really excited to have this channel grow, because with all the chaos and craziness that's going on in the world, real change is going to start when we start to change ourselves as individuals, when we start to love ourselves as individuals. That's when the world will change, because as individuals we will start to influence our area of influence, and that will start to influence their area of influence, and eventually we're all influencing our area in positive ways. And not only that, we are all connected in the whole. Your positive thoughts is benefiting the world. Your encouraging thoughts are benefiting the world. Like, you are a very important role in this world and in the outcome of everything. So change your thoughts, change the world, change your thoughts, change yourself, read a book, change your world, change yourself, change a book, write a book. I don't know. Alright guys, take care. It's always with love. Please leave me some feedback. This was A Page of My Mind, Series 2. I'll talk with you all soon.